Okay. Oh. Hello. This isn't what it looks like. Get away from me, guys. That's not what it looks like at all. What's up, you guys? So I have finally finished book 1 of Berserk, the deluxe edition. This book was fantastic. It was great. It was beautiful. You know, let's go ahead and give us some Berserk love here. Okay. It was just as great as everybody said it would be. I cannot lie. It was. I can't emphasize how great it was. Now, people have said, from what I've read after finishing this, that this is kind of just you dipping your toe into the Berserk story. But anyways, not to bore you guys with all that, let's get into the video. Alright, you guys. So this book, book 1, mostly centers around 3 characters. Alright, we're going to go over them. Not in too much detail because I'm not trying to bore you guys. But the first character is Guts. I don't know much about Guts just yet. Okay? I know that he has what's called a brand. And that brand, when demons come around, it goes off. And depending on how strong that demon is, it can either hurt him a lot more or a lot less. Now, either way it hurts, but the stronger the demon is, the more the brand sears into him and it hurts him. So I do know that. I also know he carries around his sword, which is in the book, it is titled A Heap of Iron, if I'm stand corrected. But nonetheless, that's what I know about Guts so far. Other than as a child, they found him. The other characters, there's 2 more that this first volume centers around. Is you have Puck. Puck is an elf. He can heal Guts if Guts gets hurt. Personally, I don't understand why Guts doesn't utilize that a little bit more in this first volume, but hey, to each his own. You have Puck, and then you have the Count. Now, the Count is what's called an apostle. Now, an apostle in this world is pretty much a demon. Now, how you become an apostle in this world is you use what's called a beharit. Don't get on me if I'm mispronouncing that, but you use what's called a beharit. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll learn a little bit more. But nonetheless, how you become an apostle is you sacrifice a very close loved one. Alright? And that's how the Count became an apostle. And a demon. And what an apostle is a demon. So the Count sacrificed a loved one. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But the Count sacrificed a loved one to become an apostle. Also, throughout the book, you get references to what's called the God Hand. Now, I still really don't understand the God Hand all the way, but the little bit that I do grasp is that the God Hand is that I want to say it seems like they control evil. I could be wrong about that, but it seems like they control evil. Now, there is one specific person, especially towards the end, that's referenced in the God Hand that Guts cannot stand, and his name is Griffith. Now, I'm very excited to see, what happened there. I don't know exactly when it's going to come about, but I'm very excited to see what happened there. Now, I will say, the ending of this book, it does end with a flashback of Guts' life as a younger person, a child. And I'm assuming we're going to get to see what happened from him being a baby all the way up until he became what he is now. I'm very excited to start reading this series. I cannot wait to see where this series goes. Now, I will say the ending of this first book, be warned, it is very, very, it's a lot. Okay? It seems like if the second book picks up where the first book left off, it's a lot. So do be warned that it is a lot. Now, up until then, was it a lot? Yes, but when I say it's a lot, it's a lot. So do be warned, okay? But anyways, very glad that I read Berserk. I can't wait to read more. Weeb noob out.